Hi guys, I'm Ashley. I'm from University of Southern California.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'm from Duke.
Hi, my name is Caduce from the University of Utah.
Hey, I'm Jason. I'm also from the University of Utah, and we are really excited to share the project that we've been working on with you guys today. So when we were initially coming up with ideas for this project, we decided we didn't just want to do something, some project that didn't have any meaning and send it out the door. What we really wanted to do was come up with a project that we felt was in line with the values that we've seen at Twitter throughout these events, something that would really address accessibility and making Twitter easier and more impactful for the users. With that in mind, what we decided to do was to make a bot that when you mention it in the post of an article, what the bot can do is parse that article and then retrieve a summary of the news article. So the idea here is that you can make the news article more accessible to people who don't necessarily have the money to pay for subscriptions to places like the New York Times, the Washington Post, or maybe even someone who doesn't have the time to read the entire article. The idea here is that we give these people the opportunity to have a reliable source of news without having to be limited by their economic situations. And so we're really excited to demo what that bot looks like today and to show you the functionality that we're really proud of. So this is kind of the user experience that we're really hoping for. Let's say I go to this article here, I see, oh, this looks really interesting, and I want to go back to the New York Times, and unfortunately, I'm not able to read that, right? Maybe I can't afford my New York Times subscription. So the idea here is that I can mention our bot, which we've hilariously called TL Dr. Bot. And the role of this bot, like I said, is to access that article to make a condensed version and then reply to my tweet. So I can go into this tweet and say, hey, I can take just a quick couple of sentences and I have a better idea of what this article is about, and I'm not limited by a paywall. And to talk about the technical implementation, I really wanted to pass it over to my man Caduce, and he's going to share more about that with us.
So this is what our code looks like for the bot. The first thing we do is we connect to Twitter and we create a stream where we're listening for tweets, and we filter that stream just based on mentions. So whenever somebody mentions our bot, we get notified of that. And so once somebody does mention our bot, from here, we look at the parent tweet, which should have the link to the news article. We grab that URL, we get a summary of it, and we essentially do that through this sort of definition. And once we have that summary, we just reply to that tweet with that summary. And what most people know is like a tweet can only have 280 characters at most. So what we do is we split up that summary. So there's kind of each block has like less than 280 characters. And from there, we reply each tweet. And we make sure that it looks like a thread. So it's really easy for our user to just to read the summary. But yeah, that's pretty much what the code looks like. We handle some like errors and some kind of catching some extra stuff. But yeah, that's how it works. I'm going to pass it over to Michelle to explain some of the technical challenges we faced.
Yeah, so we faced definitely quite a few technical challenges. So one of the biggest challenges we faced was inconsistency in the behavior of our code. So where some of the tweets, when we try to grab the URL link, we would only be able to grab the link of the tweet itself and not the URL of the article that's in the tweet. So to resolve this, we had to switch from using TweetB to using the Twitter version 2 API. This allowed us to be able to access the article a lot more reliably and get summaries out. Another challenge we faced was just debugging the code and fixing any crashes, and also taking into account any use cases and any edge cases of using our bot. So for example, if our bot was mentioned in a tweet that only had like pictures and some text, there wouldn't be anything to like summarize in that. So our bot would be able to handle that by replying like, oh, sorry, there wasn't like a link detected for this. So we wouldn't have any like crashes for our bot on that side. And also another technical challenge we faced was trying to implement a feature where you could DM the bot a link to an article and have the bot just reply to you in your DM with a summary. Except issues we faced with this was that some of the Twitter API endpoints were deprecated when we were looking up how to do this, so we weren't able to fully implement that. So if we had more time, we would look more into the new API endpoints that Twitter has to implement this feature. And I'll pass it on to Ashley to finish this out.
Thank you, Michelle. So here's a few things we could make better, like having something so it doesn't split the tweets in the middle of a word, and also maybe tagging each tweet with a number so the users know how many tweets in total. And then we really want to have the implementation where we can direct message the user with the summary, but we felt like it was a little bit complicated, so we've left it for the future. But overall, we are pretty proud of what we made. We learned a lot and had a lot of fun working with the Twitter's API, and we're super glad that we could be part of the Codechella. So yeah, that's it. If you have a chance, definitely try out our bot on a tweet. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. Yeah, awesome. All right, yeah, that's